Hello, welcome back to the channel. I have something different here to show you today. I've explained before how my small lathe has been broken down. I had some problems with the cross slide. It was just wore out. Even when I was cutting something small or a small depth of cut, you could just see it moving. And I knew the gibs were wore out. And when I broke it down, I could tell it was even more wore out than what I thought. So I don't want to show that being put together. I'm still waiting on some parts, but there's a part that I want to show. I don't think I've seen anybody do this, and let me go over to that. So let me explain what I got here. The lathe that I have, it's a LeBlonde 1940s lathe, and what I have going on is I had two main problems. One was the slide was moving a lot, and the second problem is the to engage the feeds, use this detent lever, and the problem was it would never stick. You'd have to hold it in position, and when I took it apart, I found out why. You see these wore out gears. Well, if I can find oh, there it is. Well, what happens is it's pretty simple. So this has on this back side, it pushes a gear into position that engages off of the feed screw. And this sits on the front of the machine. So down inside of here, these gears sit in the bottom of this. And there's a little detent with a spring. And then this retaining nut. And what happens is it pushes on a little plunger that pushes on those gears. And well, what's happened is since those gears are wore out, it's not holding properly. Any little bump knocks it out and lets it fall back to neutral. See, if I put a lot of pressure, it actually holds pretty good, but it's not. But when it's running, it just doesn't have that. I've tried to tighten that before, and it still doesn't work very well. So what I'm going to do, and this is something I've never seen. Instead of buying a new gear, because these parts are either not existent or they're just really hard to find, or they're very expensive. And since it's not really broken, I don't know why that is so stuck in there. I did not have this much trouble getting it out of there. There we go. So since it's not broken, what I want to do is set up the TIG, and since it's not a running gear, I don't need to worry about they're just detents. I'm going to TIG up with a very small tungsten, just build that up and then file it down and build that back up. So I wanted to show you guys how I'm going to do that and get this back into working order. Then I might do another video of putting the lathe back together. It's been down for a while. I had to get the surface grinder going, and then I broke the surface grinder, so I'm waiting for a part on that, and then I've just been putting it just had some simple wear problems on it is all, and it's still a good lathe. I really convinced on some of these old lathes. They're built really nice. So let me go over and we'll start welding this up and show you how we're going to put that together. So I'm over here at the welder. I buffed it down, make sure there's no contamination on it, and I got some 16th 70 series welding wire. Got a nice sharp tungsten, 332 tungsten. Then I'll use the foot pedal control to get the right amperage and just build that up to where it's high enough I can file down. So the first weld went really well. It took really nice, although I don't know what this is. It's soft. I just don't know what it is, but it acted a little strange. But the weld took fine. It kind of came out like an aluminum weld, and that's how I timed it to do that. But the second one didn't want to take when I started, so I was following this glob along, trying to take as much out of it as I could. It just didn't want to come off the filler wire, but I got enough on there I can file it down now. Yeah. All right, so I got the slide detent done. Listen to that. You see in there down on the bottom here, that was the gears I had to repair. That works really well. Should get plenty of life in it for this lathe behind me. I'll do a little video of putting that back together. I got all the pieces. I got all these pieces surface ground on as flat as I could. I have to make a surface lap to clean some of these dovetails and whatnot. So that's what I'm working on right now. Then I can get this lathe put back together. I was going to scrape it flat, but for how far out it was, I think this will be fine. I might have taken like 10,000ths off, 5,000ths here and there, off of a sliding surface. So there's a lot of gouging and stuff. Even on this one, this is the base of the miter. This front edge was about 5 thousandths low. So this should work a lot better. And having that detent fixed for that lever is that's gonna help that machine a lot. I always had to hold it to do a cut. If it was a long cut, you know, chips come over and they hit your hand. And I like to set it and walk away, but so now I'll be able to do that again. So I hope you enjoy this short little video of that. I welded up really nice, and the little tedious on the filing. I tried to do it with a die grinder, but the files work the best. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Hit the like and subscribe, and I'll post another one of the lathe reassembly.